3, 2, 1, I'm on. I need to go to makeup. Here's Josh. 3, 2, 1, go. We are live at 11:05, and welcome. I am bad with names, but I think it was Todd that was sick the other day. Todd, hopefully you're feeling better. And I don't remember who, missing parts here, somebody's going to be in surgery today. Do you remember who posted that?
I don't.
Pray all goes well there. Welcome to our intimate little group. Like I said yesterday, ultimately by the time this video is done being watched, there'll be about 1,000 of us gathered together, which in today's media world, that's a pretty small, intimate group. And I am BC with Spirit Cars. This is Josh, the voice of Spirit Cars, behind the camera, waving. Very good. We got your camera shots of you fixing the camera yesterday. Couple things. Start off by saying if you want to get this live feed and be notified when it goes, there's somewhere while you're watching it live that you can push a button and it will notify you of that. I'm not sure how it does that. Also, we talked about YouTube several times and how we're going to do YouTube and blah, blah, blah. We've been doing YouTube for probably, I don't know, how old is YouTube? 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. We've been doing it a long time. If you go to T-Bucket TV on YouTube, what is that, Art?
You go, I think it'll be www.youtube.com/TBucketTV.
Or we got another one now, another channel,
Spirit Cars, and I'm working on getting the /Spirit Cars on there.
Okay, so pretty much, I would say there's 100 plus. Is there hundreds of videos? There's a lot of videos, and like I mentioned yesterday, and I think I put it in a comment. Some of them are pretty high, good production value, and some of them are just not as good a production value, but they're generally the same theme. It gives you an idea of, we tried to keep it a tech-oriented, and some of it's customer cars. So today we're doing customer cars, and I talked a little bit about the importance of having a regulator on your carburetor yesterday, and we're going to talk about it today, but I changed my mind. What we're going to do is talk about gas tank installation. We didn't have any gas tanks in stock for this 27. Again, this is a Spirit car. We do things based around Spirit, so these applications work across the board though. I had Sean bend me up a couple pieces. This is how we build a gas tank. Pretty simple. There'll be a couple other flanges on here to bolt it down and some other things, but he put it on the plastic table. I said, at least give me this much today, and then I want the gas tank now so I can install it. But think about it. Make a few pieces as you can. Do as many bends as you can. Obviously, we've got a press brake that makes things easier, but if you buy metal from a metal supply place, a lot of times they'll have a brake and they'll have a shear. We cut this with our plastic table, but so it's simple. Together, weld the corner, pressure test it. Here's a hint: if you're going to be building a unique tank where it's more than just measure here, measure here, measure here. If you want to go down and make a sump in it and go around, build yourself a cardboard tank. Simple. Just get some cardboard, cut the piece, cut the piece, cut the piece, tape it all together. Make sure the tank fits where you want it. Then you've got the exact dimensions really, and you can pull that cardboard tank out, and then when you pull it out, take a look at it and go, all right, if I cut these 3 pieces of one piece and I bend here, and if I cut this piece like that and maybe bend it here and have a piece here, do as few pieces as you can and as many bends as you can. That'll just reduce the welding, and it's the best way I've found to figure out how to get the most out of your space, because in a hot rod we are generally tight on space when it comes to putting a tank. It's just, there's not a lot of room in the cars, and that is what it is, but that's what it is. We build our tanks out of steel. We do stainless steel tanks, we do aluminum tanks, we can do whatever. Generally they're steel. We don't do custom tanks. Do we want to do custom tanks?
No.
No. So you can make your cardboard pattern, but you can probably find a local place to weld it up for you. Just make sure they pressure test it and that there's no leaks in it. But that would be an easy way to do it. I'm putting the gauge. I've got the gauges in it. Now I'm getting my sending units. This is a Dolphin kit, Comes with the sending unit for the tank. Now if you can see, this is the size it comes. This is a float, goes up and down. What I'm going to need to do, this is adjustable where the float goes. You can see all this. So I'll get this up out of the way. And just slide that up. Now what I'm going to do, this is the tank, this would be the top of the tank, this would be the side of the tank. Now this has got to go all the way into it, so it's obviously too long. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this off, and I'll just do it here so you can see me do it. Do you have any new safety glasses sitting around? I was going to say, the first one to say I didn't wear my safety glasses, we ought to give them a pair of safety glasses. Can we do that?
I don't have any.
We don't have any laying. We generally have safety glasses by the box so that everybody here has their safety glasses, and my safety glasses are in my truck. But I've actually got bifocals on my safety glasses, so safety glasses are good. Just a hint, I've never scored well when I had to do testing on the safety part of the test, and I have had metal drilled out of my eye 3 times, which is as stupid as it can be, and that was not the way to do it.
Or holding it in your hand while you're cutting.
No vice, but we're live at 11:05, and the show must go on. So here we go. I got it cut. Now it's going to fit in the tank. You'll put a little plate up here, have the holes all drilled and tapped, so I can just stick it in there. Here is the key, because I'm sure we've all had a car that we thought it was full and it wasn't, or we thought it was empty and it wasn't, or we thought we had gas and it was empty. This has got to travel. Now it's not based on the length of this. I've got this a little short of the tank. This is based on the length of the tank. So what I want to do is get a measurement from the top of the tank, or where the top of this is sitting, in relation to where this is actually going to be in the tank, this part, the sender itself, to the bottom of the tank. So I'm going to have it basically in the middle. Now you see the arm goes up and down. It goes all the way up, it goes all the way down, or it could go that far up and it could go that far down. But you want it to go all the way up and all the way down. And I'm not going to cut this piece here, an explanation should be good enough. But you can see on the end of this how it's bent. It's going to go into this, and this will crimp over to hold it. Now if I left this thing this whole length, instead of, that's all the way down, it would stop here and it would show that I've still got a 1/4 tank of gas. And I would fill it completely up and I come to here and it would probably show that I have 3/4 of a tank of gas. When in fact, it'd be full. Full has to be traveled all the way up to there. So, pretty simple. You take and cut this down to where this one's going to be pretty short, but you cut it down to about there, so I'm full up there, full down there. Make sure you leave enough room to bend your little 90 on the end of it. Stick it in there, crimp it over, put your tank in. Real simple. There's one wire to hold it. The tank itself is grounded. Any other tips on a tank? Do this. I don't even know what it costs, but do it. We always do it. How much is a bung? A bung with an on-off, a valve, probably can't cost, what, 10 bucks? 12 bucks for a nice one? It's cheap. So on the bottom of your tank, where you're going to have the outlet come, put a cutoff. So you got a valve that you can turn the gas off. If you're working on the car, then you'll have a little bit of gas come out of the line, but you won't have to mess around and have the rubber hose and flip it over and clamp it with your vice grips or whatever you got to do to keep all the gas from running out. I would just recommend doing that. For the extra couple bucks, you're already a lot more than that into the car. Just put that on your tank. So we're there. We should have a tank tomorrow. I'll put it in. Just working on motor stuff. Somebody said we need some valve covers.
Yep.
They were like special order or out of stock, or they're on a slow boat from China, or
Yeah,
did
they
you
were on
find some?
Yeah, I found some.
Okay, so you'll see me dressing up the motor here in a couple days. So we're Friday. Today's Thursday.
Thursday.
Tomorrow's Friday. Christmas Eve is on Saturday. Christmas is on Sunday. We have to. Tom, he had a suggestion. What do we need? A dog, and we need a kid, and what else is going to increase our viewership? There was something else. So maybe you need to come by. We'll do a Christmas show. You think?
Yeah.
Good at the house. We'll get all the components. Everything will be all warm and fuzzy. Now, Mr. Larry T, I have a surprise for you. If Josh turns around and does a pan out from about this angle, we need an approval here. This is Mr.
It's not there.
Larry's not here?
Yeah, it's not there.
It's not there. It's not
gone.
there. No, it's not there. It was there. It's not there. Where is it? Okay, there it is. It's kind of been hanging out, doing nothing for a while. We've done a lot on this. Mr. T, Larry T, brought us this body, and we changed up a lot. I mean, we changed up around the windows and the body lines, and did some stuff on the deck lid, and it's pro-streeted, and we got ladder bars on the bottom here, and radius rods are really nice.
Probably got 80 hours in the chassis.
With some changes and modifications. We had quite a bit of discussion on what we wanted the shocks to look like, and we finally come up to this, and I think that looks really sharp. These are motorcycle headlights. They fit on here really, really good. Why don't you just pan around? So I'm sure Larry is watching. Larry's always watching. We're one of our best viewers, or how's that?
He might be bowling.
He could be bowling. Check out if you go bowling in Iowa.
Yep.
What's the name of this bowling alley?
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, just go and look for it in the phone book. Larry T's awesome bowling alley, and you can probably find it right in the phone book there. I have an idea for up here, though. This is an idea we'll have to share before we're done. What we're wanting to do now is just get a look at the stance, get Larry's approval, and I'm liking it. This is where we're at. This is going to be the stance-wise. We'll have headers come down, kind of fill some of this gap coming in here. I'm going to have to drop the radiator down a little bit. It's touching on top of the, I don't know if I'm going to drop it down in the cross member. I've got a little bit of a gap here, or raise it up. I'll just make sure it fits on here. We're using a 32 drill shell. No, yeah, are we using a 32 drill shell?
No, Model A.
Model A drill shell.
And it's back there. Says we have 10 comments so far, but I haven't seen any.
Okay, well, we're commenting, but we can't see it. We'll work on that. Okay, so this will be painted. Steel. It's a steel grill shell.
I need to tell corporate
You'll be seeing it when tell corporate we need some.
We need a laptop.
Okay, it fits in there. We're gonna have to maybe dolly it back a little bit. This will go down some.
Wants to go all the way down past the cross member. There you go.
Okay. Trim that out, make that fit in there. I'm liking it. If Josh wasn't at the camera, I'd make him hold this so I could stand back and get a profile, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it good. Yeah, that'll look tough. This is going to be a really nice car. I mean, we try to make all nice cars, but Larry's really thought this out, and it's got a lot of features. Here's what I'm thinking, though. At first, I was like, well, we just can't have a bolt here. We got to have, bullet. But then, you know how they got them bullet-looking turn signals? Have we got turn signals picked out yet? Are we going to do turn signals in the front, or?
I don't remember. I'll have to look.
But they got them bullet-looking little lights. If we put one of them up in here, that would kind of match and blend this, or we could somehow fit something in there. So we probably need to get on a search for that. We're about there on this one. All we need is Larry's approval, and get this thing fully welded up. Probably get the chassis painted and put it together and work on the body. We got Mr. Larry A. We didn't forget about you there, Mr. Larry A. We're getting excited. That thing's
getting body work done in the body shop.
Paint. Yeah, we're working on that. So I'm not sure which one of these two is going to make it to assembly first. but I'll try to just stay focused like we're on this 27 once we get to assembly. That one will get done first. We'll look it over all the parts. So anyway, that one's coming up. That's about all we got for today. Josh called me up last night and says, who are you talking to? Do they speak in English at least?
Sort of.
Sort of? So it's a Mexican production company for a movie?
Yeah, they're in Mexico somewhere.
So they're wanting to build a car, a Model A for their movie. And you were talking to production assistant, or what were you?
Yeah.
So I said, nah, I'm too old to get all psyched up. And so, I mean, there's two things. It's either if they just need background cars, well, that's one thing. But let's walk over here. But if they're wanting a car, sometimes there's a car that just is as important as the best actor in the car. And if they want one of those, I'd rather play with my goats and chickens when it comes down to it. But it'd be high pressure. So we'll see if Josh pulls off that deal. But here, I wanted to show you
Is it
this
this
one.
car?
It's not done yet.
No, not that one.
Not that one, not this one. Some of you might recognize this car. It's one of them famous movie cars. Okay, we're going to give something away. I don't know what
But
it
I
is.
can't see the comment to know who the person is.
Well, you'll see by whoever can name this car. It's a famous movie car. Just tell us what movie it was in. And when you tell us that, then, I don't know, we'll give them something. Surely we can find something around here.
Handshake.
When you come down live and in person. So this is getting rolled and tucked. Well, if you can see some of this, we'll get some lights in it when...
There's your light right there.
Oh, here we
Little
go.
LED.
I'll open the other door.
And yes, it only has three carburetors. The other one is getting repaired.
Okay,
By the
I'm
customer.
turning this side over here. Oh. Okay, you got to be a little patient with live TV sometimes, but here is a tip of the day. This is a light from my aquarium. Oh man, they are awesome. This is aquarium light. So we're rolled and tucked, and
Eddie loves it.
it is hard to do. It's a lot. So he's got the headliner in, stretching around, getting the sides in. He's got the seats made. This is a really nice car. I mean, this will be a really nice car. It's probably going to be done. I think it'll be done this week or next week. I'll be going out of here, but we'll go ahead and try to get you a. Let me get my yellow books here over here. Oh, and I almost moved this one. This is a shop car I've been working on for 2 years. And luckily there's no customer car that's been here even close to that long. But I think I'm going to move it over into the welding area and finish mocking up my steering on this in the next little bit. Probably after the first or after Christmas, but I'm kind of excited about this car. So
Unless it goes to Australia.
he may have sold it to Australia, but either way, it's time for coffee break contemplations or pass it on. Let's pass it on.
Okay.
Pass it on. Get my glasses out here. Friend of mine, Ernie, from Call Him the Hot Rod Man, wrote these books. And they are available on Amazon. So Ernie Gilcrease, you can get that real close there.
Ernie O.
Ernie O. Gilcrease. Hey, it's even got a little bar on there for that. Oh, this is perfect for Christmas. It's coming up. It is not the price of the gift, but the thought behind it that makes it priceless. So you got 2 days, guys. I'm still waiting till tomorrow. I'll do my shopping tomorrow, but I actually got...
Don't buy your wife socks.
No, don't buy her wife or a ceiling fan. I did that once we were early in our marriage.
Oh, boy.
Not even. Don't even go there with that one. I thought we needed a ceiling fan pretty bad, and anyway, we'll end on that note. Do not buy a ceiling fan. Have a good day.